I got something really cool in today. You guys might remember that before I did a video on a PS4 Pro that was painted in the style of retro PS1 colors. Well, now there are also JoyCons done in the style of the original NES. Now, I actually haven't opened or looked at these yet. I know the basic idea, but beyond that, I don't know what they look like. So let's open it up and check them out. So let's get this one first. So this is the right Joy-Con. No, left Joy-Con. I'm terrible with directions.
Maybe I should take that. I know the terrain better than you do, Kevin.
Oh, so this is cool right here too. So right away, so obviously the Joy-Con doesn't have a D-pad, it just has the 4 buttons, so they outline it to actually give the actual D-pad outline, which I think the NES controller had that too, just a little white outline to it. So it's black here, they got the select button. So next, let's check out the right one. Oh, okay, so already I really like this one because they actually redid the buttons on it. So the original one had red buttons like this, but these are actually even redone to being gloss. And then the lettering is obviously put on the outside. They even did a little square box around each button too, except now it's like a diamond pattern because there's 4 of them. These are definitely also old school NES colors. You know, looking at these is actually really interesting to think about why the Nintendo controllers look the way they did, because if you've ever seen an actual Famicom controller, they are nothing alike other than button placement. The reason for this can be attributed to the games crash of 1983. Basically, a flood of really bad games made consumers not want to buy game consoles anymore, and thus retailers didn't want to carry them. But Nintendo wanted to sell the Famicom in the US, so the way they went about it was trying really hard to make people believe it wasn't actually a game system, but something else. Thus why it has such duller, more boring colors compared to the Famicom's bright ones. Their first attempt at this was what they called the Nintendo Advanced Video System, where it wasn't actually a game console, it was a home personal computer. And it was a full setup, including a keyboard, mouse, and actually tried using wireless connection for everything using infrared. Now this was an idea that intrigued a lot of people, but not enough for anyone actually willing to buy it. So instead, Nintendo had to try again with what we now know as the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Will you be the one to witness the birth of the incredible Nintendo Entertainment System?
And the goal here was to embrace that it is still a fun thing, there are games involved, but it's not a game console, it's a toy. That's why a lot of old school advertisements and even the boxes for it use different terms, like calling it a control deck instead of a game console, or game packs instead of game cartridges. And why there was a huge emphasis on things like the Zapper.
Is this the famous Zapper I've heard so much about?
The one and only. But hey, call me Kevin.
Or Rob the Robot, to make it seem like a kid's toy instead of just a gaming system. That's even why it was bundled with a game like Duck Hunt, which was a more kind of gimmicky game and not something more traditional. Fast forward to now, and that's why these Joy-Cons have this particular color scheme going on. So with all that in mind, let's actually take an up-close comparison and look at these Joy-Cons with a classic-style NES controller. Now there's a couple of things I already talked about that you can see when they're actually side by side. We've got the red gloss finish on the buttons, a main black look for the system, but still getting a gray trim around it, red lettering that says what buttons are what on the outside, not on the button itself, and the little gray squares around the buttons. Also, like I said, we don't have a D-pad here, so instead they have the same D-pad outline that is on the actual old school controller. Now what's really cool about this is that they did try recreating the look of an NES controller. I mean, that's why you have all black here, but what I think would be really cool is if they also start selling a grip that's done to actually capture this middle bit right here where you get the gray bars. I mean, obviously you're not gonna have the start and select button there because they're moved up, but it'd be a really cool looking combo. So there you have it, Colorware's NES retro style Joy-Cons. These are available right now, so if you want to check them out, I have a link down below in the description, and I will catch you guys later.